sequence is shot on the new X3 and edited on my phone using the Insta360 app. Welcome folks, Flipknot here. Insta360 sent me their new X3 camera for my birthday. Yes, it is officially my birthday. I have yet again gone once more around the sun, but that's enough about me. We're going to talk about this camera right now. For anybody who's watched my channel for long enough, you know how much of a fan I am of 360 cameras, much less the Insta360 company in a general sense. In fact, this is not the first birthday 360 camera video I've made. I remember that 2 years ago, I think it was, I made one where I was leaving Weem's house talking about how I wanted to get a 360 camera for the first time. Wow, how we have progressed in that world lately. So having the opportunity to use a few 360 cameras by now, this camera, yet again, the X2 was phenomenal. It was one of the best cameras of that year, and now the X3 makes everything even better. Some of the new features of the X3, the biggest being, clearly, the new big screen. It is just a lifesaver at this point. I have a really bad problem with lining up shots, and I need to be able to see what's going on. And yeah, it's a 360 camera. Do you really need a screen to a certain degree? Probably not. But being able to know exactly where the camera is and how high and how much of the view of you get, it is very important to be able to line up your shots. So a bigger screen makes everything all the easier. So besides a bigger screen, you also get a bigger sensor. It now has a 1/2-inch sensor, which means it picks up more light, which means it's a lot sharper during the day and a lot clearer at night, which is really great. So unless you plan on picking up the 1-inch RS, this is a fantastic upgrade. The better the clarity, the better the image. It is a little thicker than the X2, but that means a bigger battery. A bigger battery means you get more time to record. And now that this camera no longer has a record limit, it's great for those really long rides. My video with the most views is my ride at the Pig Trail on 360. If it wasn't for the fact that the GoPro Max didn't have a record limit, it would have made my life a lot harder. That video would not come out as nearly as good. So now that I'm capable to do these things with this camera, I'm way more excited and I'm so much happier about that. It also has 3 microphones, which means it picks up better audio. But my thing that I love the absolute most, which has nothing to do with the tech in this camera, is that it made the charging port way more accessible. Before, it used to be on a dangly thing that you could lose, like if you pull it. Now the charge port is a simple little door. It pops right open. There it is. You no longer have to dig for it, but also a simple little hole for the charge port. Because one of the scariest things about having a 360 camera is scratching that lens. They're bulbous just like a freaking pug's eye because it can get scratched and damaged really quick and easy. So the fact that there's a simple little charge port door right there, and the fact that the door is there, and even this, even their new little rubber accessory now even cuts away to have accessibility to the door. That was the biggest problem I had. It's one of the biggest problems I've had with some of their cameras. Even the 1RS was a pain in the getting the freaking, whatever. That makes life drastically easier. Thank you for doing that. So besides sending me the camera, they also sent me a whole butt ton of little accessories that I asked for. Thank you very much. Some of my favorites are the 10-foot tall selfie stick, which makes it look like you're flying a drone, especially in places where you're not allowed to fly drones. It gets a way better view of certain things. And then there's this little invisible arm that you attach to the camera, and you can put your wireless microphone, built specifically for the Rode Wireless, because it has these weird little grippy poles, whatever. But I can now attach the wireless microphone. It'll go invisible like the selfie stick, and I can have a regular vlog with this camera, which will make the audio way better. Which is one of the problems with the X2. Well, it just didn't have the best audio, and this one has a way better audio. But the best audio makes a world of difference. It's easy to watch something with bad video. It's impossible to watch something with bad audio. But the one thing I've been trying to get my hands on from them is this. Their GPS remote. What I absolutely love about the remote is the fact that when you're riding your motorcycle and you have gloves on, sometimes it's really hard to press record on your camera. I had that problem with a couple other cameras where it's like no matter where I pressed it, it just didn't seem to want to go, and I had to like take the glove off to. Being able to have a remote on your handlebars that'll wake up the camera, it'll tell you if it's recording, it'll tell you if it stopped recording. It just makes life easier. The remote comes with 2 bands. One is a watch band that you can wear around your wrist. I believe this is waterproof as well. No, this is waterproof as well. It also comes with a little one, which is meant for mounting on poles and handlebars and other things like that. They designed this thing amazingly because it has that little catch to catch on your handlebars so the rubber part catches. And now you can just put it on your handlebars, and as you're riding, you just you know, just reach over and click. It starts recording and has a little screen. Besides all those cute little convenience factors, I also call it GPS remote because it has all these freaking overlays on it. It tells you your altitude, your G-force, it maps out your entire ride from beginning to end. It has your speed, it has your coordinates, it's GPS. And you can only get all those things with the remote. So for those of you who want to go on long rides, and for those of you who want to record it and you want to put it behind you, instead of having to pull over to the side and reach up and like put things, you could just leave the house with it on the pole, and then as soon as you get to the point where you want to start recording, you just hit the button, it'll wake up the camera, and it'll start recording. It is an absolute necessity if you're riding a motorcycle and you're getting this to ride a motorcycle. And I know that I said it's an absolute necessity, but there's also a second absolute necessity. The motorcycle bundle. Man, I've made them send me 4 of these, and these friction arms that come in here are some of the best friction arms I've ever used. They do not move for much of anything. I use them for everything. While I'm doing dishes, I'll put my iPad and I'll do dishes. I'll hang up lights. I use those friction arms for everything. And it comes with so many different things. It comes with 3M stickies and mounts, and it comes with a friction arm, and it comes with a stiff arm, which, see, the problem that most people don't understand sometimes is that, I use this one as an example because it is a way better example, is that when you pull it out, it wobbles a lot. It flexes and whatever. So, having one of these keeps things a lot more stable. But a cute little trick that I found out recently is this. Again, you have your arm, and it's mounted over here, and then, yeah, it's gonna wobble more. You're gonna get more flex out of it. When I was filming, I only pulled out a little bit, and I found out that I got a lot of flex because it was the little ones. So what you wanna do when you're recording like this, you wanna make sure you use the fat ones because they have a lot more rigidity, and also it has the internals, which means keeps it stiff. If you're not gonna pull out the invisible selfie stick all the way, make sure you pull out only the fat parts. It'll keep things a lot more stiff. Learn that one the hard way. So in previous videos, as I've said, one of the best things about the Insta360 company is their app. The app is phenomenal. It is absolutely powerful, and it works off of your phone. You don't need to have a $5,000 laptop. You can do it right off your phone. Since the last time I reviewed one of their products, they've also updated that app to also give you an actual editor inside of it. So you're not just editing a single clip. You can now add multiple clips and cut it into an actual video, all on your phone. Again, that opening scene, I edited it on my phone at a bar, and that's multiple clips that I just threw together. It is one of the most powerful piece of editing softwares that you can get for free. I mean, you've got to buy the camera, but you know, it comes with the camera. Let's put it that way. And so through a lot of conversations I've had with people in the past, they go out, they buy a GoPro, they want to start taking the, videos of their rides and things like that. What they don't understand is that you need to edit it. The problem with editing is that you need typically a more modern computer, 5 years or less, I would say. And for those who do have a more modern computer, it's $60 a month for Adobe. It's $300 for Final Cut Pro. The DaVinci Resolve is free, but it's the free version, which works great. It's slightly more complicated than most other ones. The free ones that come with Windows and Macs are not really that great. So the fact that Insta360 gives you an editor as well of the program, and that editor is pretty well formatted for social media, which is where most of us are going to share some of these things, it is just too perfect to be true. Well, folks, with it being my birthday, I'm going to cut this short now. But before I do, I'm going to leave you with one last thing. They are having their spring sales event, so if you click in the link in the description down below, you can save a bunch of money and get some free stuff with your order, maybe some extras if you click on my link. And I'm going to leave you all with this. They sent me one more cool thing, which is this cool bullet time selfie stick. So you put your camera on there and you swing it around. It looks like you're in the Matrix. So I'm gonna go outside and run around like a goofy idiot with my girlfriend and celebrate my birthday, guys. So you all know how this works. Don't forget to like this video. Do not forget to subscribe. And as always, catch you all on the flip side. Happy birthday to me.